we will become vigilantes.
Yes.
That's illegal. You can't be a vigilante.
Why?
Why?
Batman does it.
There's no such thing as Batman and being a vigilante.
What? You are so wrong. If you go to Gotham right now, Batman is taking the law into his own hands.
Batman is a fictitious character.
Batman is the alter ego of Bruce Wayne,
Who's
a real person.
obviously.
In the movie, he's a real...
In the documentaries.
I'm sorry?
There's like a million documentaries about
There's
Batman.
one from the 70s, and then there's some from the 90s, and they just had 3 in the last decade.
Do you have any idea what the term documentary means?
Yeah, non-porno movies.
With real people.
English patient.
You guys belong in a mental institution.
That's how we met, actually.
What's up, everybody? And welcome back to another YoJoeJerk toy review. I'm your host, Ted Theodore Logan. And today we'll be looking at the G.I. Joe Classified Destro and the Despoiler. Alright gang, let's go over this box real quick. We got this little photo render right here. Got our little Destro in there. On this side of the box, more of that generic artwork. 203. On this side of the package, you get your portrait, you get your battle stats, you get your number, and your QR code. On the back of the package, we get this little render of Destro and shit. Instructions on how to put it together. Pimpin' Red Seat 1980s odometer. Arm to the teeth, baby. On the bottom of the box, you get this tiny legal shit and your barcode. Alright gang, I'm gonna open this up. I got McStabby right here. Cut, pop, and a monster pull-out game. It's getting caught on everything. It's not happening. Ah, there we go. And there you go, you bastard. Alright, and here's a look inside the box. This thing is way bigger than it probably should be. Got my man Destro there, but I think they padded this box out to, make you feel like you got maximum value, because this box is way too big. And we're back, and I got me a Foot Locker to open. And it's been a while, gang. Cut, pop, and there really isn't that much in there to warrant such a big fucking stupid box. Looks like we got a bag of gold missiles right here. And it looks like we got the flaps right here. There also was another bag of included shit. Looks like we got a sword and a scabbard and that crazy shield. And the claymore was stuck in the bottom of the box as well. Alright, so the despoiler comes in pieces. We got the wings right here. We got the flaps or whatever you want to call them right here. And then you get the big ass chassis, which I gotta say I think is way too fucking big, but that's just me. So you just line up the grooves and push and pop. And then the same on this side. You just push it till you hear it click and you're good. Up top, we're just putting these in right like this. Then we got the other one right here, and you just want to go down straight and it clicks in. So here she is all together, and this thing is a fucking beast. I honestly think it's way too big for what it should be. Like, I would almost say that you could have cut this section off and made it a hell of a lot smaller. And I'm not saying it being big is a bad thing, but this thing doesn't have anything to it. I mean, honestly, you got like one sticker, a couple of tampos, and that's it. Like, there's no fucking paint on this thing at all. You get your nice Iron Grenadier logo, Destro right there, got him right up here, we got this shit on the wing, and you do get a controller, but God forbid it move, it is gonna break, so this thing doesn't move at all, so be really careful. Seat looks good, got lots of texture in there, it's got lots of room for a big figure. On the back, we get these engine ports, everything is cast in this marbly gold plastic like Marvel Legends. It looks like you could poured in some old blast effects, but they are just way too small. So I gotta say, that's a really big miss here. Like, you should have made the blast effects fit. We also get 2 little brake lights there, so I lied about the paint. You get 2 little brake lights. Underneath, we get these little hovering apparatuses there, and it's the same thing. You can't port blast effects in there at all. Underneath, though, you get all the rivets. We get all these little places for missiles. Like I said, there's no problem with the sculpting. Like, everything's there on it. Now, the real bummer to me is this front gun, because it can only go side to side. It cannot go up and down. And honestly, I even remember the vintage one could go up and down. What the hell? Maybe I'm wrong. You get the twin cannons with the blast effect holes. You get that auto-targeting computer down there. You can port in the blast effects, no problem up front, but good luck getting these to work. You get 3 different kinds of missiles with this thing, so you get the big one. Looks nice, has lots of detail, cast in that gold plastic. Does have a port for effects, and they port in no problem, so you're good to go with that. Then you get the little front missile guy, and no port there. And then you get the under the wing missile, and no port there. And here it is decked out with all its missiles. These little guys, they just pop right in there. You push them back far enough, they seem to hold. Underneath, it is completely armed and loaded to the teeth now. It looks pretty good. Like I said, this is the one time that this is supposed to be a little vehicle, and I think it's a little too big. Now let's take a look at this figure, and I always start with the head sculpt, so let's take a look. This one's not looking too bad. He's got a screamy face, which should have been the extra head. The eyes look a little wonky on mine. It could just be me, but I'm thinking the eye on this side is a little off. But the greens look really good against the golds. The mouth is painted good. The sculpting is not that great. I am not that impressed by this. And there's the back of his dome. Basically not much going on. Down into his neck, I gotta say he looks a little scrawny for Destro. But they got the bottom of his mask there. Looks good, but underneath there's more gold, so that's a little odd. Head does move around really well. I'm gonna say that that's probably better than the original. So over here, he's rocking those cowboy boots, lots of texture, a little bit of contrast there that I really like. Got the gold-tipped steel toes, got the little skull there. He does have a boot cut, so good for articulation. Double-jointed pinless knees look good. Pantaloons are nice and glossy, I like that. Yeah, nice detail up there. That's where the thigh cut's hidden. Got the drop-down hips. Got ourselves a little holster. Looks good with all the texture on there. Up on the diaper, another skull. Nice red texture. All that's there. Got a big old hole right there for an accessory. All the way to the back, more gold. Up on the waist, he's got a ball so he can move around. Unfortunately, we got this stomach crunch, so he goes forward and he goes back. And he's got a huge gap in there. That looks amazing. Nah, and his body looks alright. I don't have that many complaints other than the crunch. Armor looks good. The contrast, like I said, between glossy and matte just really makes this figure pop. His little Ashkoff looks good. Got the little Destro diamond in there. We got this little skull over there that goes around to the back and hooks up to the cape over there. Got this big beefy shoulder pad. I love how they kept that from the original. At the shoulder, there is a butterfly in there. This just floats above the arm and the joint so you can move it back and move it forward without any problems. Bicep swivel, double jointed pinless. Nice texturing, nice sculpting. Down here, no swivel, which really sucks. Nice glossy gauntlet down in the trigger finger hands. And it's the same thing with this shoulder pad. It's not a part of this, so you can move it back and forth. And then other than that, you got the same exact thing as the right arm. On the back, you could take the cape off, you could take that plunger off and just pull the cape, but I am not gonna be doing that. His cape is nothing to write home about. It's pretty fucking cheap. It barely can be seen from his profile. Honestly, if it was up to me, this one would pin out over here and that we could bring the cape over the shoulder. I would like that way more, but back here it works. And honestly, it's removable, so if you don't like it, you could probably find somebody on eBay or Etsy who makes something that has a wire in it. Now let's go over accessories. He comes with this giant shield, an extra stoic head, a revolver, and this giant battle claymore. And here's the stoic face. And I really gotta tell you, I don't like this at all. I think this does not look good. I think they had the look on the first version. This really does not look like a helmet. Yeah, I gotta say, I'm not too big of a fan of this. I think they did a better job the first time around. This really doesn't give me the vibe of a helmet. It just gives me the vibe of like a Silver Surfer character. Now, before you blow up and start fucking hating my guts, let's take a look at Pimp Daddy Destro, and you tell me that this head sculpt doesn't remind you of Destro way more than this one. He almost has like a weird peanut head thing going on, where this just feels like a real helmet. But beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I just think they knocked it out of the park with this head sculpt, and this one, it just looks like a Marvel character. It does not look like Destro to me. And there it is with the Pimp Daddy Destro head, and this just looks a million times better. I'm sorry. Like, this is the one time they should have just kept the head sculpt and just made a new body. Like, nobody would have hated him for it, especially when they did such a good job the first time around. And here's a quick look at that battle shield. This thing looks awesome. The detail is all there. On the back, it just clips in. He can grab on, and you got two little hidden guns there. And the blast effects do fit in there, so that's really cool. Here is that giant, ridiculous claymore. I mean, not much going on, but it is a lot of fun. Nice paint, it's straight. And then last up, he comes with this saber, and it looks good. Handles there. Have no problems with any of this. The scabbard does click onto his belt. We'll look at that in a minute. Nice detail, nice paint. Here he is with the saber attached. That looks fine. I have no problems with that. It actually breaks everything up real nice, so that's good. And here he is with that ridiculous battle claymore. I can barely get it to fit into the camera, but here he is up close with it. It's not too bad. And here he is with the saber and the shield. Everything fits no problem, and everything looks pretty good. And the last thing is the revolver, and that's fun. I think it's the same one that might have come with Wild Bill. I'm not sure. And that sucker ports in no problem. Boop. All right, let's see if we can get this son of a bitch in there without a problem. And he fits. And there he is with his hands on the control in the cockpit. And the decal looks really good in there. He fits in there well. And like I said, there's enough room to fit a very big figure in there. And for a size comparison, we have it with the Vamp and Serpentor's Air Chariot. And basically here it is with all the other smaller vehicles in the Joe line. I mean, it is no slouch. It is not a little vehicle. So at the end of the day, and my final thoughts on this set are, it's not great and it's really expensive. I also think the vehicle is too big. It could have been slimmed down a lot, which would have reduced the price. The very much lack of detail on everything kind of sucks. I know that they were going for the vintage look on this thing, and that thing was very plain. I understand that. The gun not having a pivot point really sucks. The back and forth action is kind of lame. Destro's head sculpts are terrible. Other than that, if this set was about $25 cheaper, I probably wouldn't be so nitpicky. But at $110, you are not getting much here, gang. And that's all I got this time, people. I'd like to thank you for stopping by, and I'll catch you on the next review.
She's going jerking.
Holy fuck! That was diabolical! Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe!
Shawty had them jerky bottom jeans. Her pole boots with the fur. The whole damn raw dog crew is losing their cool. Get gains, drop the snack. Next thing you know, Takis burn that butthole. Big titty committee yelling past the gabagoo. Smash grills, cooking glizzies by the pool. Let's go. Mr. Peterson shook that ghetto booty. Lord help these fools. Jerking gains go low. I ain't never seen nothing make the fancy last scream. Blue chews disappear like a damn magic scheme. Baloney tits strutting like she on the block. Flapjack titty still beating every clock. Double D's walk by, every neck got twisted. Raw dogs, sassy lads all suddenly enlisted. Somebody holla, who's packing gabagool? Jerk said, brother, light it up and fuck your rules. Blue chews got that confidence reaching the ceiling. Everybody flexing like they caught a funny feeling. Mrs. Peterson, mother mercy, it was big dick Fred again. Big A wink, we're just making new friends. Shawty had them jerky bottom jeans. Whole boots with the fur.